I've always got time for you.
Good defenses. Hard to attack.
Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
What's that? Huh? What's that? Come on! Okay, who's next? And smash you dead! What is it?
Someone there?
Now where you guts around my neck? Yeah!
You see me?
Coward.
This is
Nothing
the
can
age
beat strong.
of the super mutant!
Good fighting, human. Strong impressed.
Go ahead and hide, little bleeder! Ow! Face me, you coward! You human!
Oh, strong just getting started.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Good to see you.
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
I have every confidence you'll make a fine director.
I've got that sample you wanted.
I'll take that from you. Yes, this will do nicely. I hope those super mutants didn't give you too much trouble.
What? No reward for my efforts?
I suppose that's a fair request. I was going to take these over to the SRB, but here, you take them. You face at least as much danger as any of our coursers. It might be necessary to gather more samples. So check back with me later if you can. Again, thanks for your help. I couldn't do this without you.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Goodness sake, be reasonable. I know you can hear me, now open this door. What's the use? In all my years, I've never seen anything like this. The sheer impertinence of it.
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as Father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
Have they made any demands?
Not yet, but I expect they'll demand that you renounce all ties to the Institute.
Maybe I can reason with them.
I believe I can help with that. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Logan. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort. Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
You must die now, human.
Aha! I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards, hmm? Impressive. If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
Can we talk about this?
Father chose not to talk to the Directorate before anointing you his successor. So how about I follow his fine example?
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know anything about what we do? I'm sure you mean well, but you must see that it's an impossible task.
You'd rather everyone fight over the job? Is that what's best for the Institute?
I agree that the transition will be chaotic, but eventually, a leader will emerge from that chaos. Then, things will return to normal, and the work will resume.
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher must sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Since, abort command override and resume normal functions.
Would need the key.
You have a lot to learn if you're really going to be the next director of the Institute. I honestly thought Dr. Lee or Dr. Holdren would be appointed to succeed Father.
Bravo! I admit I was fearing for the worst, but I can see that I underestimated you.
I'm just glad they listened to reason.
Indeed. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
Put them on probation. Limit their access to quarters and non-working areas.
That's more than fair. I'll see to it that everyone's notified. I'll take that holotape back. I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal expression of gratitude. I know that your work often takes you to the surface where supplies are scarce. I gathered these items together for you. I think you'll find them useful.
It's stuck.
Over here! Not like this! No! Victoria.
Sign of the agitator. We'll have to search the rest of the building. Well, isn't this fun?
That's it.
Going down.
It's an ambush!
Too fun. Living take what dead leave.
Got it. Dad on
That should do it. Elevator ought to have power again.
perfect.
Going down.
There's the reactor. Not a bad piece of work for its time.
I'm in.
Powering up. Protectron on duty. Protect and serve.
Yes.
compromised. Engaging. Engaging at minimal distance.
A lawful use of deadly force is in progress. Citizens are advised to clear the area.
Sweet.
Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back in those days. Levels are almost off the charts.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
It should be in a port at the top of the reactor.
Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
No fight today.
Engagement with multiple hostiles.
Waste my time.
These guys just don't know when they're beaten, do they? I'll help the synths buy some time. Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
Hello?
Over here! Over here!
Law and order has prevailed.
We'll smash your brains out! Keep their heads down! Back down! Next time, fight better.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Dr. Fillmore.
I think that was enough excitement for, well, ever. Thank you, really. Couldn't have managed it without you. I'll make sure the agitator gets where it needs to go. I understand Father is anxious to get you involved in something else. You'd better not keep him waiting.
I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
Higgs and Loken are lucky to be alive. Not everyone would have handled that situation as well as you did.
You showed a lot of leniency with Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken.
I feel quite well. Interesting. How's your energy level? Feeling any fatigue? No more than I'd expect from a man of my age. Okay. You're sticking to the regimen.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Sticking to the regimen we agreed upon? Yes, Doctor. I'm taking all my little pills. Okay. And you've been getting extra rest? Are there many more of these questions? Mm-hmm. Any additional pain or tenderness? Not that I've noticed. I feel quite well. I see. How's your energy level? Feeling any fatigue? No more than I'd expect from a man of my age. Interesting. Yes, that...
You wanted to see me?
I understand mass fusion was a success, despite interference from the Brotherhood of Steel.
What did you hear?
Dr. Fillmore's report was quite thorough. The Brotherhood's intervention must be placed in a larger context, however, given their penchant for hoarding technology. Future conflict with them is guaranteed. We are, after all, keepers of the most advanced technology in the Commonwealth, if not beyond. It also cannot go unnoticed that there were concerns within the Institute about your allegiances. I, of course, never doubted your commitment to our cause. But by directly confronting the Brotherhood, I think you've put some others at ease. I'm proud of you, regardless. The Brotherhood is an issue for the future, and we must focus on the present. And look at me, rambling on like the old man I am. I'm wasting time. You're needed elsewhere at once.
Do you need more parts for the reactor? I could have gotten them while I was out.
No, this is a different matter. Hopefully one that does not put anyone at risk. This situation, I'm afraid, is something of your creation, however unintentional.
What do you mean by that? What's happened?
Well, while you were assisting Dr. Fillmore, a second team was sent out to invite someone from the Commonwealth to join the Institute. Apparently, there was some miscommunication, and this individual called for help, which arrived in the form of your Minutemen. My understanding is that no shots have been fired. I would like it to stay that way. I need you to go there and speak to your Minutemen gathered outside. Insist that they stand down at once. Dr. Thompson is on site, and he will be your primary contact. I know you can resolve this situation, but it is of paramount importance that this special individual be brought to the Institute immediately.
Why all this effort? What's so special about this person?
Mr. Wallace? Despite a lack of formal training, our surveillance has shown he has incredible intellect. With his help, we may be able to drastically speed up work on the reactor.
If you're looking to trade, then let's make a deal!
Green.
Ready to begin your fabulous shopping spree?
Yeah, all right.
Hello, sir.
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. We could use the backup. These Institute bastards aren't getting away. They'll have to go through us to get out of there. We don't know quite what we're up against, but it's good you're here to help. How did you hear about this?
I'm not sure you know what's going on here. This situation is complicated.
Oh, I know exactly what's going on. These assholes think they can kidnap whoever they want, whenever they want. Well, not today. Not while we're here. So, how do you want to play this? We thought about trying to lure them out here, since it'd be easier to kill them. But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place, to make sure they can't disappear on us. That makes sense, right? So, you want to lead the charge?
Have your men hold their ground. I'll go in and assess the situation.
I don't think that's a good idea. Sir, we have to act now, or else we risk not only letting them get away, but taking one of ours with them. I wouldn't wish that fate on anyone. Are you gonna lead us in there, or what?
This whole thing is just a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? Can't wait to hear this. Explain to me how this is a misunderstanding.
The Institute wants the same things you do. We can find a way to work together.
Talk.
I don't know about that, but look, if nothing else, you'd best get in there and make sure that man's okay. I'll make sure no one makes a move on him in the meantime. But, well, you'd better be right about this.
Oh, thank God you're here.
I was starting to worry we might not make it out of this mess.
Everything's taken care of. You're safe.
Good. Good. It was bad enough that Wallace started giving us trouble, but then he called in those savages.
Weren't you prepared for some amount of resistance?
Of course not. It was supposed to be a simple chat with Wallace and an invitation to join us. I didn't know he was this paranoid. Can we just get on with this, please? I know he's potentially important to Phase 3 and all, but I'm not sure it's worth putting ourselves in harm's way.
If he's really important to the Institute, then it's worth it.
You're right, I suppose.
Strong can fight.
I know they've been keeping an eye on him for years. Not sure how they originally found him, but probably don't want to know. But once they realized how smart he was and what an asset he could be for Phase 3, they watched pretty closely. I think they even fed him scientific material from time to time to see how good he was, you know, testing him, to see if he was Institute material. Let's just get Wallace and get out of here.
No argument from me. Let's go.
Right. There's just, well, there's a slight problem with that. He doesn't want to go with us. I was thinking, maybe you could try and talk to him.
No problem. I'm sure I can get him to see reason.
I hope so. We really need him.
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
Please, try and relax. I know this is an unusual situation.
No! You're here to kidnap me. That's what you people do, isn't it? If you even are people. I've heard all the stories. I know exactly what happens to people when the Institute shows up. Well, it's not happening to me.
Hey, just calm down, okay? I just want to talk to you.
Fine, fine. What do you want from me?
The Institute needs your help, Mr. Wallace. It's as simple as that.
My help? With what?
The Institute has an engineering problem that your scientific expertise could help solve. In exchange for helping us out, you'd be granted access to the most advanced research facility imaginable. Whatever research you wanted to perform, anything, it's possible there. I promise. You'd be safe and secure in a way that's completely impossible anywhere else.
You'd be helping us create a better world.
That sounds good. Okay, fine. I'll go.
Okay. I think we've got this under control now. Thanks. I mean, thanks for the assist.
Hey, I'm here to help. You're welcome.
I really mean it. I owe you one. I'll see you back in the Institute. Must be pretty excited being named the next next director.
Sometimes Quentin is really mean to me, but my mom says I have to be nice anyway.
Hey, pal.
I've heard stories, and the surface sure sounds scary.
Ah, there you are. I cannot express how pleased I am. Our new guest is familiarizing himself with his surroundings. Yet he's already pointed out several inefficiencies in our methods. With his help, Phase 3 will be ready in no time. And it's all thanks to you.
I'm proud to help the Institute. Here's hoping it all pays off.
At this point, there is no doubt. It will succeed, and very shortly. There is one more part for you to play, and I think you might enjoy it. It is time to announce our presence to the Commonwealth, to request that they do not interfere with our plans. You should be the one to do it.
That's a good idea. Hopefully we can prevent violence and save some lives.
Yes, that is one goal. And if you are to be the new director of the Institute, you should be the one to do it. We've prepared some remarks for you to record. Once you're finished, we'll broadcast them to the entire Commonwealth. Use the microphone here and follow this script. It's quite simple. I'm sure you'll do fine, Father.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists. That we are among you. It is true. But it is not the whole truth. We're here. And we are here to help. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your daily lives. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in tragedy for all involved. Rest easy. Know that the future is looking bright, and that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Well, that was interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended, but it will certainly get your point across. Now it's time to make sure that everyone hears it. How would you feel about making a little trip to Diamond City?
I could use some fresh air.
A quaint phrase, though I'm afraid the air there is anything but fresh. The radio station in Diamond City is listened to by many in the Commonwealth. If we'd like the people to hear what we have to say, it's the best way to reach them. Before we preempt their broadcasts, we need to ensure it reaches the maximum range possible. I've been assured that the necessary parts are on site. You'll just need to install them to boost the broadcasting power. Report back when you're done. We should be ready by then.
Things with Scarlet didn't really, work out. But that's fine. Oh, hey. How are you?
I'll need to find those radio parts. Okay, let's try this. Maybe this goes here?
I haven't forgotten what you've done for me.
Alright, in you go.
Think the radio sounds better these days? I'm not getting nearly as many complaints.
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
If you ask me,
lovely day.
we're only scratching the surface.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
I have to admit, the third-generation sensor really something.
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then? The transmitter has been modified.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go when we are.
Good. Once the reactor is online, we'll cut into their broadcast. I'll let you do the honors. This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My father and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish. and we look forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you. Let your surroundings be a reminder of what science and willpower can accomplish.
Sean.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look what you've made possible.
I did good work, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did. There's more work to be done before the Institute's future is guaranteed. The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to attend. You should be there as Director.
Take good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me.
I'm sure some of the others will question your appointment as our next director. Don't let it bother you.
Power demand jumped another 5% this year. I fix one relay and 2 more start to fail. At least I'm not bored.
I thought all the surface people looked like monsters, but you seem pretty normal.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills. We're keeping Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken under close observation. We are honored to welcome you here.
Nothing to report, sir. If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
My compliments on
May I be
getting
the first to welcome you,
V592
sir.
back to us.
We're
so
looking
quickly.
forward to working with you.
I'm happy to be here, Dr. Fillmore. I hope I do the position justice.
I'm sure you will.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're in a position to push back, to assert ourselves here. That's what we've talked about all along.
To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. With the reactor now online, we have the ability to not only expand synth production, but to project power to a much greater degree.
I'm sure the reactor will improve everyone's life. It's a great accomplishment.
Yes, but it's not just that. The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run.
Let's not beat around the bush. The Directorate has agreed that the Brotherhood of Steel needs to be eliminated.
As the incoming director, we felt it important to inform you of the decision and get your thoughts on it. So, where do you stand?
I agree. We hit them hard, before they have time to react to our new position.
Good. That's just what I wanted to hear.
As director, it's up to you and how we focus our efforts in achieving this goal. We'd like your input on what direction we should take. Do we increase synth production or focus on weapons development?
What would the results of this choice be? I'd like to make a well-informed decision.
Well, if we increase synth production, we'd be able to deploy more of them to the Commonwealth to aid in our operations. Weapon development would improve the weapons we have available to us now, making our synths more effective in the field. Which would you prefer we focus on?
Synths are the Institute's greatest strength. The more we have, the better off we are.
Well said. I'll see that the necessary steps are taken. Thank you very much for your time, sir. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak with you once our meeting concluded.
Being the director of the Institute is a serious commitment. I hope you understand that.
Reporting status. Yes. All functions normal.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
We're making real progress, thanks to you.
So many projects.
Son.
Ah, there you are. You've met with the Directorate. I assume they made their intentions known? It was difficult for them to reach the decision to engage in open hostility. What about you? You agree with their decision?
How long has this been coming? When did they decide on this course of action?
The arrival of the Brotherhood's airship was the final straw, really. There's just too much at stake. You can't afford to lose it all.
You know, Father, it's no secret that you worked with the Railroad in order to first reach the Institute.
The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question repeatedly. I'm sure you can guess by whom. The question is, where do you stand with them now? Do you count them amongst your allies?
They mean nothing to me. Never have.
I'll admit, I'm relieved to hear that. Then I certainly hope I can count on you for what needs to be done, because these fanatics cannot be allowed to continue to exist. They represent a very clear threat to the Institute. Small as they are in number, their twisted ideology ensures that they will never stop trying to strike at us. They must be eradicated. Are you willing to see to it?
How do you want me to handle it?
The details of the operation are up to you. I think I prefer not knowing them. What's important is that you come back safely. Remember that I would not ask this of you were it not so important. Good luck.
Huh?
At last, we have power adequate to our needs.
Strong board.
Hey.
Excuse me.
Is there something you need?
No, nothing.
All right.
Gonna be a good fight.
Access to grind. Well, I have a ton of them.